Good morning, guys, or more afternoonish. It's actually almost 3 o'clock. I have been working from home today and actually got a whole bunch done today. I really have good at different periods during the day, but I got my 4 hours in and it worked out awesomely. Sitting here with my beautiful Christmas tree. I am planning to do a whole bunch of different Christmas ornaments, but my mom has a pattern for some really adorable Santas, which I want to have. She always had them. It's like a little family of gnomes. That's the thing. In the US, you have, like, in most of the world, you have like Santa, and Santa has a white beard and red dress, and then you have the kind of gnomes that work with him. In Sweden we call them nissar. So, and also we have something called tomtar, which is basically gnomes, but they look like Santa Claus. It's very, very confusing. But anyhow, she has this family of like Santa and Santa's wife, and then she have female gnomes and baby gnomes. It's really adorable. I think it is a set of 6. And she always had them on top of our telly when we were little. And they're so adorable. And I just got, because I called mom and asked if she had the pattern, and she actually told me that she actually made them when my sister, I think it was for my big sister's first Christmas. So I was deciding that I wanted to have some gnomes too. So I'm waiting for her to send me the pattern so I can kind of figure out how to make them. And while I'm doing that, I'm doing Pokemons. Because this was one of the things that I wanted to do, was to learn how to do the Pokemons. All of the Pokemons. I'm drawing the Pokemons. And I've had a period about a month where I haven't really drawn that much. So I'm also trying to get into it. And well, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Saturday I was drawing a whole bunch of Litten. Litten is a adorable little kitten, and it was so hard. And then I watched a YouTube video about when you're having an issue with what you are drawing and not getting it right, to try to forget about all the details and try to kind of work with the body of it instead. So I thought I'd show you. These are my Litten. I'm sorry about the that is not that strong pens, but I tried out some new pens and I actually didn't like them because I think the lead is too hard. But they do very, very light, but it's because it's so hard of a lead, and it's colored lead. So I did Litten there, and I don't like Litten like that because it's not proportional. And then I started with some Littens there, and they just didn't look like Litten. So I tried it with just thinking about like different shapes. And then I actually turned out to Litten! So it actually went pretty good. And the fun thing is, I then went to Pikipek. This is basically just sketching from an image. But this is actually me sketching all by myself. So something like this will probably be the end result. I do want the legs to be a little bit different though. But so that went much, much easier. And I think the reason why it's much easier is because I love birds, and I've been sketching birds for a very, very long time. So for me to sketch Pikipek, which is a bird, a woodpecker, is much, much easier. So much easier. So I'm going to do a couple more sketches with Pikipek. Also, these pens are much better. There's also a thing, when you are trying out sketching and stuff, what you want to figure out is what if you like mechanical pens or if you like lead pen, ordinary like wood pens, because you will hold your pen differently. Now I'm right-handed, so now I'm holding it with my left hand, but anyhow, you will hold your pen differently, and therefore you will kind of have different motions with your hand depending on what pens you use. So when someone says it's not in the pen, no, you won't get a good result because you're using a good pen. But you might want to try out different kinds of pen, still in the very, very cheap pens, because you will figure out with the cheap pens if you like to draw with them or not. And then if you then want to upgrade, you can upgrade to the more expensive versions of that pen. So this is what a mechanical pen is, and this is the pens I bought the other day. And they have colored leads in them, and I thought it would be awesome to have these, because I don't have to sharpen them, I just have to push out more leads. But one of the things was that the lead is too heavy or too dense, so it's hard to get any color out of them, and also the lead is too light, it doesn't have enough pigment. And I have always enjoyed drawing with these kind of wooden pens, and that's the thing. It's just annoying that you have to sharpen them, but I do better sketching with these kinds of pens. So for me, this is the pen I love, and I have a couple of these now, so I'm really happy that I have the cool erase pencils, and I am going to use them up. That is, the target is to use them up and be a good sketcher. But yeah, that has been my day so far. I'm actually watching on a girl doing some kind of fan art things. She does World of Warcraft portraits. I think it's kind of cool because you get to see. I get to see when she does her coloring and sketching and everything. I get to see how she thinks. And that way I will pick up things. So yeah, kind of awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get my last cup of coffee for the day, and then I'm gonna sketch a little bit more. So good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day.